Good morning, Azeroth. Good morning, Azeroth. This is Neall, your friendly warrior tank from Medivh, and I help people earn achievements. This is Good Morning Azeroth, Neall's attempt to bring you the news from all around the world of Warcraft, and this is for Wednesday, the 14th of December. Good Morning Azeroth for Wednesday, the 14th of December. I wanted to come to you today with some information about the upcoming legendary changes. These are will be soon. You'll be seeing them soon on the PTR, and soon after that you'll be seeing them in game. They are making changes to legendaries, and they sound pretty significant to me. So I'm reading a blue post posted by Blizzard earlier today or yesterday. As we mentioned during the live question and answer last week, we feel the biggest shortcoming of the current legendary system is that for some specs, there are some items that are clearly better than others in nearly all situations. As a result, players who have received a different legendary item feel unlucky as they didn't receive the best one. So we're making some fairly substantial changes to legendary items intended to bring them more in line with each other. Items that give a raw throughput increase without significant situational restrictions or drawbacks are having their overall power reduced, and we're taking another pass at several of the more niche items to make sure that when they are usable, they feel powerful. Essentially, we feel that if a legendary is only usable in certain situations, it should feel extremely valuable in those situations. Conversely, if a legendary is nearly always going to increase your overall performance, that increase should be relatively smaller. Up until this point, we've made the mistake of allowing several items to be both extremely impactful and always useful, which has made other legendaries feel bad by comparison. It's also caused some specs to feel as though they need a particular legendary in order to compete. These are the issues they are trying to solve. We're actively working on these changes right now and expect to have them ready for the next PTR build. We will be doing additional class tuning where necessary as a follow-up once these changes are in place. So these are sort of back and forth. The next part is sort of a back and forth on the forums, I imagine. Quotes from forum posts and their responses to them. Forum post. Instead, we are faced with the daunting possibility that we may simply never get a useful legendary. That is not fun. It is repeatedly disappointing. Blue response. We agree. The problem is that some legendaries don't feel useful. That's the issue we're looking to solve here. Forum post. I really hope that you guys learn from the system, and the next iteration of legendaries is purely defensive / utility and no outright DPS legendary affixes. They would be much more fair / balanced if they were that way. Blue response to that. There's definitely a lot we've learned here. Ian even said pretty much exactly this in the last question and answer. If we did it all over again, we'd probably only make utility legendaries. A forum poster wrote, with some as the instructor's fourth lesson for Unholy Death Knights, it is mandatory. This legendary is required for us to perform even remotely on par with other DPS classes. Blue response to that. Right. As I said, that's another problem we're trying to fix. If a spec is only competitive with a specific legendary, then we need to bring up their numbers. To do that, we need to also nerf that legendary. Forum post. Just use a legendary token system. Problem solved. Blue response. Disagree. Just let me pick the best legendary doesn't solve this particular problem. There shouldn't be one or two legendaries that are far and away the best one in all situations. With the way these items are in 7.1, if we add such a system, everyone will just pick the best two for their spec and then the rest will suck. We'd rather that none of them sucked. And just to be clear, something like what you and others are describing here is not off the table. Ian even mentioned at BlizzCon that we may end up doing something along these lines in a later patch. It just doesn't solve this problem. And then the last forum question that they answered. Another problem not mentioned here is being spec locked because of legendaries. I have X on my spec, so I can't freely switch without feeling behind. AP already contributes to this problem, but at least can be caught up. Legendaries with soft caps and whatnot just make it impossible to switch. Yeah, we definitely share your concern here. We don't have a solution yet and aren't likely to for 7.1.5. but it's something we're talking about. So just wanted to bring up to you guys today that there are significant changes coming to the legendary items system with 7.1.5. There are also significant class changes coming with 7.1.5. So 7.1.5 is going to look a lot different than we are looking like here in 7.1. And just wanted to give you guys a warning that that is coming. They have not offered a date, but have said that 7.1.5 is a January patch, no earlier than January. As soon as they get back from holidays, the earliest, so January 3rd, 4th, somewhere in there would be the earliest. I also imagine, and have been saying this for a while, that I imagine 7.1.5 will be a couple of weeks before Nighthold, just to allow players to get used to the significant changes before the new raid drops. So I would expect a couple of weeks in 7.1.5 before we go into Nighthold. It would be pretty unfair, I think, to drop 7.1.5 as the same day as Nighthold. I imagine, again, this is my imagination only, that although the two things are not specifically related, they are sort of related, and that's why we don't have dates for either. 7.1.5 early to mid-January drop, Nighthold mid to late January drop, just so people can get used to the changes before we go raid. That's the top story. That's the news for today. If you liked this video, go ahead and like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Also, keep up with Neall in all of the ways. Keep up with Neall in all of the ways. I'm on Twitch TV/TheNealls. That's where we are streaming live at this moment. Go to the stream. Throw up a follow. When we get to 500 followers, we're giving away pets and mounts. We are at 498, 2 followers away from pet and mount giveaway extravaganza. Go to the stream. Throw up a follow. I'm also on OpenRaid, openraid.zergid.com. That's where you can find all my achievement events. Go to openraid.zergid.com. Sign up for a fun event with Neall. Earn some achievements. Achieve more with Neall. I'm also on Facebook, and I'll friend you back. I'm on I'm on Twitter, and I'll follow you back. I'm on YouTube, and I'll subscribe back if you look like a content creator. I'm also in a guild. ShatteredFates.com is the website. Shattered Fates on Medivh. Shattered Fates on Exodar. Medivh is the Alliance Guild. Exodar is the Horde Guild. Those are connected realms. So if you want to join either, and you're on either, you can join us. If you're looking for a guild, we're looking for you. Lastly, but not leastly, Patreon.com, TheNealls. That's where people are helping Neall help other people learn some more achievements around the World of Warcraft, and we appreciate them. Regnava, Zuki, and the Random One, Neall, Adafloozy, Tinder Mulva, Ocean Captain, Holy Fox, Carl, Lucky B, Infinitron, Darla, Saika, Mystery Patron, Shigan, Fantheria, Equin, Saucha, Morasha, Petsy, the Beer Guy, Lean Beef, Coconutty, Dwarfy, Azarea, Nosajay, Divad, Shimei, Fuggle, Mystical, Zelo, Kalai, and Jedi. They are all helping Neall help other people learn more achievements, and we appreciate them. Y'all have fun storming the castle, and remember, fire is still bad. This X-Pack, y'all have a great one.